guys, Peach here, and welcome to this video. What I want to talk to you about today is how to find products to sell on Valentine's Day. So it is, the beginning of January, and Valentine's Day is going to come before you know it. When you think about it, there is a cutoff date for people to get their products before Valentine's Day. So the sooner you get started with this, the better. What I want to do is take you through a couple of ways to do this. I want to show you two companies that will create products for you, print on demand kind of thing, where you come up with a design and they then you upload the design, you sell it, and that is easier than the second way. But the second way, I highly recommend you to take some time to do, because you will find a far more unique kind of product than a print-on-demand product, because everyone has access to print-on-demand. Not everyone has access to the second method. So first of all, where do we find these products? Well, number one, Gearbubble, gearbubble.com, and you scroll down, they've got a laser engraved necklace. It's got a sort of little charm that they put, you can engrave a picture on there, and then they've got message card jewelry, and message card jewelry is kind of all the rage at the moment, and I'll show you an example in a second of that. And that's basically a necklace, and behind you can get a message card designed that comes in a box, and that design becomes what is unique about your product. So everyone sells the same necklace. Technically everyone sells the same necklace, but what makes yours unique is that message card. So keep that in mind. The next place is ShineOn, and these guys are, they've got a platform you can use. You don't have to use a Shopify store. If you don't, remember, if you don't use your own Shopify store, you can't use Google Shopping, because you need to verify your domain. So keep that in mind. You might be fighting with everyone else for views on the newsfeed, where Google Shopping is kind of wide open for this kind of stuff. So have a look at what they have right now. It is the 8th of January where I am in Australia, and you can see they already have a lot of their Valentine's Day stuff. So these are pretty cool. What they have is I think you can create that message card behind, and seller creates a message card, buyer adds a photo. So this is like a personalized necklace. The nice thing is they start at $9.90, and you could probably flip these for $40, $50 a pop. So the margins are there. This is a really, really nice product to sell. And if you scroll down, they've got, a ton of these different ones. They've got dog tags. That might be nice in the military market, if that's who you're selling to, veterans, something like that. And if you scroll down, there's quite a lot of products here. So that's ShineOn.com. Look for their platform and you can join. So this is another example of these message cards where everyone is effectively, this city hover over thing, everyone's effectively selling the same product, but what makes yours unique is the actual message itself. So with these message cards and charms, the cheesier and soppier you get generally seems to work the best. So keep that in mind. And where do we come up with these ideas? Well, the best place I find is Pinterest. So what I would say is something like romantic message for him or for her, I suppose, if we're selling, and let's see what comes up. And usually we have a whole bunch of stuff that will come up. Okay, and we look down here, you can see there's a lot of messages that we can click and find, and there's a lot of stuff that we could do here. 50 beautiful messages your husband wants you to send him. Okay, that's the wrong way, but you kind of get the idea. Messages that will make your wife fall in love with you again. We could go down that rabbit hole and we could check these messages out. So the research side of things really isn't that tricky to do, and it just comes down to coming to Pinterest, typing in a couple, message for him, message for her, and then going down a few rabbit holes and exploring some ideas and really, putting them in a notepad. And then what you want to do is you want to actually get those designed into something that you can take and put on ShineOn or put on Gearbubble. And the best way to do that, if you're not a designer, and listen, if you aren't a designer, I highly recommend you stay away from designing, because it's just going to look like crap and no one's going to buy what you're selling, okay? You should really get someone who knows what they're doing to do it. So I go to Fiverr, and all we do is type in message card, and there are heaps of people who will design exactly these kinds of jewelries that you're looking for, right? So here's someone who does these. Here's someone who does, the actual things. They do the message cards as well. So here, this guy's logo even says, when it finally opens up, this guy's sort of little main banner here is he specializes in gear bubble, ShineOn, and more. Okay, so someone like this, or her, this lady, someone like this, they would know exactly how to structure these and what would work and what wouldn't. So you would generally just have to send in your design or your quote or whatever it might be and let them do their magic. Okay, so this is a much quicker and easier way to do this rather than trying to design it yourself, making mistakes, and ultimately you'll spend more money. This is $15, but you still have to spend money on ads in order to get this in front of people. You want to give yourself the best shot, the best chance possible. Okay, so those are the two sort of POD companies that I recommend that you use if you're going this route. A third way to do it, and this is kind of the way I like to do things, is to go to Etsy. Because if you think about it, everyone has access to ShineOn and everyone has access to GearBubble. So what we're trying to do here is we are trying to find something unique, something awesome, that something crafty maybe, that someone is making that you can structure a deal with and you can then sell to on your site and build up your own customer base. So if you haven't heard me speak about Etsy before, I've built big businesses based on products I found on Etsy, and there's only really one rule, and that is to pay your suppliers up front. So when you approach people and you're trying to make a deal, I suppose there are two rules. One, you have to double your money, at least double your money, and two, you have to pay your suppliers up front, right? So when you approach people, say to them, look, I'd like to sell your products, and I would send you the orders daily as well as the money up front, because then they have cash flow and they can then just kind of produce them and get them out the door. The last thing you want is to sell for a month and not pay your suppliers, and you've drawn the money, you spent some other stuff, and then they are out of pockets. It needs to be a win-win, and this is the best way to do it, is pay up front and keep them happy, because they can make you a lot of money down the line. All right, so this is quite interesting. I was doing a little research yesterday, and quite cool on Etsy. Sometimes if you just click on the search button, it says what's popular right now. And, these things are coming up, first day of school, and so on and so forth. And one that really popped up already was Valentine's gift for him. So, maybe girlfriends and wives are getting organized and they're trying to figure out what it is they want to buy for him right now. But that seems to be something that's trending on Etsy. So once we click that, it'll come up with a whole bunch of suppliers and some pretty cool products, some average ones, and it's your kind of job right now to kind of sift through these and figure out what would suit, what you would like to sell. And there's 100,000 results for this. So you can see they're a little bit risque ones. This is quite cool. I really like this Instagram style 3D LED lamp gift. That's nice. That looks like it's personalized. So if you can get something that's personalized, that's +1. People love personalized. It makes it more special, seems more special. And so we just kind of scroll down and have a look at what they have. This one is pretty cute. Enjoy your coffee, dickhead. Love you. Okay, so it's a little bit rude, but it's a little bit funny, and I think that might go down well. I'd be a little bit worried about that price, but it might be quite nice as an upsell. That would be quite a nice little upsell to something that's a little bit more expensive. But it's different, right? It's different. So what I do is I kind of just spend some time. Here's some underwear property of Mrs. Smith since 2016. Again, that's pretty cool because that's personalized. I like that. And that's funny. All this, there's some really good stuff here. So, more expensive watches. Wallets are really nice, with a little handwritten message. That's cute. That kind of stuff I think would sell. So what you do is, if you want to contact these people, we just click on them. That'll open up, and here you can actually click on their name. And once you do that, you can then go and contact. And I think there's usually a contact button somewhere, which I can never find. But there is a contact button somewhere, and I do have. There you go. Message Ashley, right? So you could message this lady, and she would then, you could try and broker a deal with her. I think these are looking really nice. I really do like this product. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and I hope that gives you some ideas to come up with products in order to sell. So what I do is, depending on which route you want to take, or you can do both, is look for some quotes, come up with some ideas, get someone to design some good designs, and ShineOn and Gear Bubble are easy to use. Alternatively, what you could do is go to Etsy and spend a little bit of time. The one thing I wanted to say is don't forget to type in Valentine's Day gifts for her, and this is cool. The UK pops up as well. Hey, so if you're in the UK, you want to sell to the UK market, be sure to check that out. Valentine's Day gifts for her, and a whole lot of things would pop up. I saw this the other day and I quite like that. You're my favorite pain in the ass. That's pretty funny. But remember, you could do something like that on Gear Bubble if you wanted to. They have mugs. So again, think about the level of entry, right? How many people have access to products? The harder the level of entry, the more unique the product's going to be that you're selling, and have a bit more of a wow factor. If everyone's selling ShineOn necklaces that are the same necklace with a different card, you know what I mean. It gets a little bit the same. So try find something a little bit unique, and scroll down, have a look. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Missing piece of the puzzle is quite cool, and so on. You can see like ShineOn styled jewelry over here, but you get the point. So spend some time. Watch this after this video. Spend some time researching, looking for a few products, seeing what you can find, and there's a very, very good opportunity to make a lot of money selling these kinds of gifts to people. Right. So I hope that was helpful. Please, if you want to see more training like this, I'm going to be doing these weekly. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Below there's a link to hop on the email list if you want to. And if you need anything, just give me a shout and let me know. All right, cool. I'll see you in the next video.